name is Adrian Nantchev, and this channel is all about helping you become a remarkable entrepreneur. So click on the subscribe button below and press the bell notification right next to it for the latest uploads. Now, do we have too much priority, too much emphasis on search engine optimization, SEO? Because I think that SEO is dying and social media is killing it. Because if you're subscribed to a channel, say on YouTube, and you get notifications when the latest video is out, that notification totally bypasses SEO and the need for being ranked number one. Certainly in the short term. It's the same with Facebook, where when you go from following to see first, you're going to see their content first straight away, even before they rank, or their content will rank on Google search engine. And it's like, in the short term, if you get like what's called notification squad, people finding your content through the notifications, massive burst of traffic, and then if the content is well enough and created enough and positioned enough, the SEO will carry it through for the long term, which is ideal for evergreen content. But it's that immediate short term, that distortion, where by creating good content and having loyal followers, and that's grown and compound over the time, you can create content and instantly it'll get eyeballs and attention. That kind of like, you know, without it being needed, you know, to be put on, you know, or categorized on the search engines. It's almost like a community, loyal followers trumps search engine optimization. Certainly in the short term, or maybe even in the long term as well. Because let's say on the news feed or you know, on YouTube or Facebook, you scroll through it and you're getting latest videos from people that you follow, or latest pictures and posts who you follow, and it's like, well, SEO isn't necessarily delivering that. It's the algorithm of the platform. You know, the people you're following. You're still being seen the latest information, latest products, and latest videos and all that. So it's like when you create content that people care about, then there's like an adverse. Then they increase their demand for it, because the more they consume, the more they like of your content, the more they're going to want to consume it, and the more they consume it, the more loyal they become. So the next time when you release something new, these people are going to jump on the video or the piece of content more or less straight away, because it's novel, it's something new. Humans instinctively like new things, it's novel. This is why I like books and films and all the rest. Normally go to, you know, new books and new releases go to like number one, because it's something new that no one's seen before. I've not seen it, so I want to go see it so everyone consumes it. So if you've got a big following and you release something and the notifications just that goes directly to people's phones, or even emails directly to their inbox, they eventually consume it. And when they consume it, they consume the content, and there's the call to action, and the rest is history. So maybe there's too much emphasis on SEO. I think for the long term, though, SEO is very important, because if you can create evergreen content and compelling content, then it's going to get found and discovered. Let's say you put it online, and a year later, that little piece of content, for example, will help increase your discoverability by, say, 1%, for example, or 1/10 of it, or 100th of a percent, for example, and it's going to increase the subscribers or view count or watch time or followers, things like that. But that's the long term. Those are people that have never heard of you and never discovered you, which is a little bit different. But maybe we're putting a little bit too much focus on SEO. And the way I also see it is like, let's say you got to go from London to Paris. Okay, how are you? Well, London to Edinburgh certainly, or Seattle to Washington DC. So let's say Seattle to Washington DC. How are you going to get there? You can walk. You can drive, you can get the train, get the plane, yeah, you could get the boat, Panama Canal. I think focusing on SEO is like walking. It's like walking from Seattle to Washington DC. You'll get there. I think it's okay, but it's not the fastest, efficient way of getting there. You know, if you get the train, for example, or the plane, for example, that's a little faster. You know, you're creating content, and how soon will it be discovered by people? Walking, just focusing purely on SEO, is a little too slow. But if you get a community and they have a notification, then it's like a plane almost. I'm not sure how long the flights are. I don't know, 5 hours. I've really no idea, but it's going to be a hell of a lot quicker than walking. And it's like you've created something. How long does it take for the people to discover it? Well, it could be hours or minutes. Or actually, when you upload something to YouTube, you get a notification, depending on certain factors, 5, 10, 15 minutes or an hour later. And it's like, well, that's like going from Seattle to Washington DC in 10, 20 minutes, an hour, you know, rather than 5 hours or so, or however long the flight is. That I think is worthwhile focusing on, rather than focusing on the SEO and the Google, which is still important, still good and vital. Focus also on the direct access to the audience, and focus on the notification squad, quote unquote, and the people that subscribe to you. How can you reduce the path it takes them to consume your latest piece of content? YouTube and Facebook does help, but then you need to pump it up as well. You know, more content creation, or encourage notification squads, or people to subscribe and press the bell notification right next to it. Things like that. But that I think that metric where the content is right in their people's face, that they care about. See, like, supply and demand kind of changes the more they care about the content. The more they care about it, the more they want it. You know, they want the next video now. But let's say a makeup channel, I couldn't care less what they upload. I'm not going to consume it. So the demand is nothing. But certain channels, it's like demand is really high, and so as soon as they create something new, I'm going to watch it, and you know, be damned at SEO. It's like, it's right there. I'm going to consume it, and depending on a few of the metrics that the creators have done and fulfilled, it'll help its longevity. And you know, the YouTube algorithm combined with the meta tags and all the rest of this kind of stuff, and you know, the YouTube and Google, it's like, hey, whatever longevity it has a different question. But in the short term, people are going to consume it, and that's going to help it bump in the higher search rankings, which has a knock-on effect. And then I suppose SEO is much more applicable. But yeah. But anyway, what's your thoughts? Question of the day is, what do you think? Are we focusing too much on search engine optimization? I kind of also say that because I get a lot of these emails saying, oh, you know, being selected for our traffic program and page 1 ranking, and it's like, is page 1 ranking really important these days? When Google has got this thing called search ranking 0, where they aggregate the information and put it on top of the first page, first search result ranking, and information on the right hand side, like the name and location and all the rest. And you know, is page 1 top rank result 1 really that important these days? Not so sure. But anyway, what do you think? What do you think about SEO? Overblown? What do you think about SEO? Comment below, I'm very curious. In the meantime, however, remember that this channel is all about helping you become a remarkable entrepreneur. So, click on the subscribe button below and press the bell notification right next to it for the latest uploads. How cool is that?